My son sees me as his superhero every single morning. He believes I can move mountains and fix anything in his small world. But the truth is, I'm barely keeping our life from completely falling apart. What he doesn't see are my sleepless nights, staring at ceiling cracks while calculating bills. The superhero cape feels like a straitjacket of financial obligations I can't escape. I work 65 hours across 3 different jobs, yet I'm further behind than when I started. Each job pays just enough to cover interest on our growing debts. His teacher showed me his drawing of me as a superhero. I fought back tears, knowing the real problem was my inability to provide stability. I spent 45 minutes crying in my car after another job rejection. Hunger and exhaustion had fogged my brain during the interview. Our financial nightmare began with my wife's cancer diagnosis. The medical bills drained everything, leaving me with massive debt and a broken heart. I've become expert at hiding our struggle. When he asks why we never eat out, I invent stories about secret chef skills. My social life disappeared because I can't afford coffee with friends. They talk about vacations while I calculate shoe costs. When he asks about Disneyland, I create imaginary future adventures. These lies tear me apart, but preserve his childhood innocence. The eviction notice arrived 2 weeks ago. I hide it in my toolbox, terrified of explaining homelessness to my son. I find myself praying more, bargaining with God for just one breakthrough. Dignity becomes a luxury when your child needs shelter. Looking at old photos, I see my father's exhausted eyes in my reflection. I swore I'd break the cycle, but here I am. Some nights I watch him sleep and whisper apologies for all I can't give him. The guilt forms constant background noise in my mind. The physical toll is unbearable. Chronic pain from work, headaches from stress. I fear my body giving out completely. I miss reading bedtime stories most of all. Now I'm usually working when he falls asleep, missing precious moments forever. School drop-offs became humiliation exercises. Fathers in luxury cars while I arrive in my old sedan with delivery stickers. Constant anxiety became a physical presence, tightness in my chest that never releases. I worry about getting sick, car repairs. When he asked if we were poor, I gave the rich in love speech while my heart shattered. The question lingers between us now. Then came the rainy Thursday that changed everything. Delivering food to a mansion, the owner invited me inside to warm up. Mr. Harrison saw past my wet uniform, recognizing a familiar struggle. He asked why someone with my work ethic had so little. He said, "I was you 40 years ago," and described his own rock bottom. His empathy created an instant bond between us. That night began my financial education. Hard work alone never builds wealth. It only maintains survival, he explained. The most revolutionary concept was passive income, making money work for you instead of constantly working for money. I began implementing his advice immediately. Negotiated interest rates down, consolidated debts into manageable payments. The mindset shift was profound. I stopped seeing myself as a victim and started viewing myself as solution creator. I started a side business using organizational skills from parenting. Within months, it generated more than one part-time job. The eviction notice was withdrawn after a payment plan. Relief was physical, tension releasing from my shoulders and mind. My small investments began compounding faster than imagined. That $20 my son found became my first successful investment. I quit my overnight job and reclaimed evenings with my son. Reading bedtime stories healed guilt about missing his childhood. The medical debt was completely paid off. Making that final payment felt like laying my wife's memory to rest properly. My passive income now covers basic expenses. I work by choice, not desperation. The constant anxiety has been replaced. The fathers who intimidated me now seek my financial advice. I've started mentoring other single fathers. Mr. Harrison told me I'd graduated from his mentorship. We still meet monthly as friends, our bond strengthened. I started teaching financial literacy classes. Each success story feels like another layer of healing for my journey. My son still draws me as a superhero, but now with dollar signs. He's learning financial concepts naturally through our talks. I started a college fund for my son. Making that first contribution felt like planting a tree for his future shade. The rainy night that felt like my lowest point contained seeds of transformation. The struggle prepared me for growth. Every morning when he calls me his superhero, I finally believe him. Real strength lives in ordinary people facing challenges.